but more so in general what we're doing here as far as commerce, I guess.
Okay.
Because years ago when I first got into learning about this, a lot of the teachers always said that the as legis is not our property and that we shouldn't use it because we didn't create it, and we have you know it's not ours pretty much. So my question is, how is it that we can put it on the property list as ours?
Good question. It was not created by you. As legis means ens is a thing. Legis is of law. So it's a creation of law. When you do a DBA, the key is to secure something. In commerce, no one really owns anything. Control is the name of the game. And the way control is determined is by who has something called a first lien. The first lien is determined by a few factors. One is timeline, and two are the amount of evidence. They call it preponderance of evidence that you can present. If you have the timeline and evidence, or if you have the evidence over someone else with a timeline, you have equitable interest over legal interest. The people using it that created it as a creature of law have legal interest. You have equitable interest. But equitable interest can only be evoked through trust affairs. That's the reason why you create a trust and put it in there. That's another reason why you do a DBA, which merges the interest of the trust with the legis, where the DBA will say so and so express trust doing business as that John Doe is legis. So when you begin to do it in your way, it's not legal interest that you're asserting. Legal interest is for those who have been digging their hands into it. Equitable interest, according to the birth certificate and the fact that it nonetheless relates to you to bring you to life, is what you are asserting. So there's two dichotomies involved in interest. It's not ownership that you're looking at. No one can own anything in commerce. The name of the game is interest. That's the reason why mortgage companies have a merged system, which is a trust, whereby they can say we're going to foreclose on it or trade in the stock market absent of what you are doing. The monthly mortgage payment is just a premium fee for them to trade in the stock and bond market. And those people have equitable interest and they don't have to tell you anything because that's how equity is. There's a maximum of equity that says equity does what is ought. Equity has a higher interest than legal. Legal has limited stipulation based on what's already available in the public from its creation. Equitable is taking it from where legal ends. Equity is the perfection of at law, aka legal. Legal is just the process of law. So what you're doing with trust is a certain equitable interest, which is a perfection of the interest in that is legis. It's not about ownership, it's about control. Trust is how people control things in 21st century commerce.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah, I implore you to watch any videos relating to this legis and trust that I've made. It's a lot of explanation that takes about 10 hours to really show and explain. So that's why all these videos exist. Even if it's just 2 minutes, 3 minutes a day, just try to consume it a step at a time. A lot of people, when they come into this, they absorb many different information from many different states of mind, and most of it already half that's given to people. And most people carry that assuming it's the whole. And when new information that might be right or complete what they've learned comes forth, it seems contradictory because they've yet to really learn the caveats involved in those prior things that they've learned. So I implore you to just take the time to learn it. Don't rush it. It will naturally become clear with time.
I'll be sure to do that.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah, I implore you to watch any videos relating to this legis and trust that I've made. It's a lot of explanation that takes about 10 hours to really show and explain. So that's why all these videos exist. Even if it's just 2 minutes, 3 minutes a day, just try to consume it a step at a time. A lot of people, when they come into this, they absorb many different information from many different states of mind, and most of it already half that's given to people. And most people carry that assuming it's the whole. And when new information that might be right or complete what they've learned comes forth, it seems contradictory because they've yet to really learn the caveats involved in those prior things that they've learned. So I implore you to just take the time to learn it. Don't rush it. It will naturally become clear with time.
Hmm. Okay, sure thing. I'll be sure to do that.
All right.
Okay, yeah, thanks a lot.
I have a Patreon page, and I'm inviting you to join. Are you interested in discharge? We show everything about how it's done and my own experience. Consistent posts are made explaining many things regarding said discharge. Many will seek and simply wouldn't find. Those dealing with mortgage issue or want to know more about it, we speak of it. For those dealing with basic stuff like traffic issues, we speak about the solution, and I show it from my own experiences and how I permanently prevent any such issues. Those worrying about trust, different types of trust, we go over so many things consistently regarding trust. We show the IRS manuals. Those who are interested in suing and making money through debt collection or other means, we go over it. We show it. I show my own settlement checks and the things that I've done as a personal experience. Those interested in banking, we show subtle details and intricacies of the things that I have learned. For those interested in other things like the IRS forms and how to put it to use, we show it, explain the details. For those interested in court-related matters and intricacies, we always show it. For those interested in the spiritual aspect of things and how it works, we show and explain it. Those with child support matters, we explain and we show everything in detail also. Great puzzle pieces that can never be found in other social media platforms, but we explain it all as it relates to many different things. For those interested in express trusts and the issue of how not qualifying for taxation, which I call dinking, how it relates to any other type of trust or any other affairs, and how you can intertwine your affairs into the different types of discharge that exist and lack of qualification for taxation. Speak about it. The truth about really recusing attorneys and the whole foreign agent registration and attorney lawyer number, we speak about it. We speak about how to really bring about juries, and some of the comment section asks good questions and greater answers are given. Speak about how to get and use tax exemptions for vehicle use and sales. You don't have to belong to some organization. You can actually get yours according to the language of the legislature within your state. Go over the details that a lot of people mentor about regarding Article 1, Article 3. What really makes a court? It's not limited to just your paperwork. Most people don't know. We go over business matters for those with actual businesses, S Corp, C Corp, LLCs, those who are business minded and those who make monies. Go over other things that a lot of people don't know functions internationally. We speak about a lot of other spiritual related matters. Details on how to bring criminal charges, what it truly means to bring criminal charges, what a bill of particulars is, how to recuse a judge, details of the parliamentary rules in court and legislature, different things about standard of evidence and burden of proof, different things that a lot of people will speak of. Discovery. But did you know there are 6 types of discoveries? You know how to intertwine your LLCs and S Corps with an express trust, how to not make them taxable. Do you know when Trinity versus Pagliaro really is involved? Do you know how to use your home as a home office? And the many, many details involved. Go over the injunction and how to enforce the different types of injunctions that exist. The intricacies of how data brokers exist and how they steal information. Not just the credit bureaus, but many, many data brokers and how you can prevent them. We go over grants, getting grants. We go over issues and solutions of CPN and how they're created. There are about 6 or 4 to 5 different parts that were created. Go over caveats where people say sue them, but they don't really know. Go over the things to do after you sue them. We go over the issues of privacy and technology. All the whole thing about perfection of security interest, UCC, and how to use it and how to monetize the birth certificate, all that. We go over the details. There are a lot of principles and doctrines people don't know about that we go over. Go over how to really do the copyright and details involved in it. Go over how to simply do a trademark. It's far more easier than you think. All these people telling you go to a trademark office, do this, write this letter. It's not that difficult. Go over how to fill out the GSA bond box at a time, and so many more. How to get settlement checks, how to put your vehicle in a trust. I show you from my own experiences, form for form, step by step. We go over the different types of relief to be granted. The type of relief you seek invokes the type of jurisdiction that you fall under. All these people speaking about chancery, equity, at law, common law. The relief that you seek is directly tied to the type of jurisdiction. You go over the CPN, how it's created. Go over how to obtain bonds, where to do it. Go over the different types of discharge and some more. We explain each of those types of discharge. We explain how trademark and copyright is affiliated with asset protection. We go over how to prove trust. We go over the different types of fraud. We go over the importance that many people will never know. So many more. I show my own experiences in the audio calls from court cases of how I get different types of settlement checks. Go over the different types of discharge. There's so much more that it can't even completely be spoken of here regarding trust. We go over how to create it step by step, and many more things that will never be shown on YouTube or any other platforms. Go over other principles that people don't know about. When they speak about statute of limitation, well, fraud does have a statute of limitation, but do you know how to subvert it? As to why that phrase fraud has no statute of limitation to bring it to life, most people don't know. There's so many things that we speak about. We speak about how to garnish people's checks and people's property. There's a form that you use for that. People don't know about it. Speak about details regarding foreign trustees. Speak about spiritual related matters. And on the Instagram page, if you get to join, come on over. There's also a Facebook page where questions and answers are posted and other reminder links to certain videos are shown. Until next time, take care.